You've been with her, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Of course you have. Well, what have you decided?
Decided?
About what's been happening. Oh, don't tell me you and Wendy have spent most of the day together and not discussed it.
She's as confused about the situation as I am.
I'm not talking about her.
Deirdre, it's not easy. These things take time.
I've already given you more than enough time. I told you earlier, Ken, no sharing. It's her or me. Right. If you haven't got the guts to make a decision, I'll make one for you. I want you out.
What?
Just pack your bags and go.
Now?
Yes.
Deirdre, you're being selfish.
Me selfish?
Yes, have you thought about Tracy? Force me out and she's going to ask why.
Tracy already knows everything there is to know about you and that Crozier woman.
What? You've told her?
I didn't have to. She worked it out for herself. So just get out, will you? Go!
Hey, let's leave rest till morning, shall we, love?
No. I'll finish off here if you want to go to bed, love. It'll not take me long.
It's good to see you bounce back so quick, Tiger.
Well, I'll be even better once I find my daughter.
What makes you so sure you're going to find her?
You know, I've never been more sure of anything in my life, Bet.
Look, love, I hate to be a spoil sport, but even if you do find her, is there really any point raking over the past?
Well, it's something I've always dreamed about, you know, meeting up with her after all these years.
Suppose she wants naught to do with a couple of clapped-out pine pullers. What then?
Clapped-out pine pullers, you speak for yourself. Anyway, that's a risk I'll have to take, isn't it? It's my flesh and blood we're talking about here, Bet.
So like for something, eh? Celebrating with family. Me, I've been trying to get her back to Ivy since 10:30. Yeah, I don't like complaining, man. Happy New Year, mate.
Tracy, love. That was your dad. I'm afraid he's gone.
Gone? What do you mean?
I told him to go. I had to. I couldn't take any more lies. Please, love, you do understand, don't you?
It's just a bit of a shock, love, that's all.
Yeah, well, like I say, I've often seriously thought about trying to find her.
Yeah, I know, but...
I mean, for months, I don't think of her at all, and then suddenly something happens and it triggers it all off. I mean, the last time I was on Piccadilly Station, I saw this young girl. She was so like Joyce, I thought, it must be her, it's got to be my daughter. I started to go towards her, you know, to ask her name, and someone stopped me, though.
What, love?
Oh, I don't know, I was frightened.
Frightened?
Well, you know, that it might not be her, and I suppose that's what always stops me, really. Fear.
So why the change of heart?
Oh, I don't know, me, getting older, time running out.
But after all these years, love, just think what you might be letting yourself in for.
Yeah, well, I don't care, really, because I've neglected my duties as a father for too long, Bet. Come on, love.
Mr. Roberts. I wonder, could you spare a wee moment?
What's it about?
Well, I'd like to have a word with you about this.
Oh, yeah? What was it to talk about?
Well, you haven't said how much you want us to pay.
Well, it cost me 159 quid to replace this window.
Yeah, but Mrs. Roberts said something about insurance, didn't she? I mean, you're insured, aren't you?
Well, you said you'd pay for the entire thing.
Yeah, come on.
Well,
I
it
mean,
was your lads that broke it.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Well, it's only right and proper they should pay for any inconvenience.
Look, I'll get them to cough up the excess, the first 50 quid or whatever, but you can't expect me to pay you money you're going to claim back anyway, now can you? Hey, now how much do you want us to pay?
Alec Gilroy, desperately seeking Sandra, eh?
Look, he's serious, Teen. I mean, once he gets this idea into his head...
Hey, I love a mystery, me. Wish she could be a stunt woman in Hollywood or a really glamorous model in Paris.
Ooh, that would make him proud of her.
Just imagine her wearing a 2,000 quid frock and having your picture took in front of the Eiffel Tower. Hey, suppose she looks like him?
Oh, God, perish the thought.
Well, you never know, it could be all the rage over there, bald heads and stubby legs.
Are you referring to my beloved by any chance?
Hello, but no, look, I was just telling Tina about Alec, how he's decided, you know, to go and look for his daughter. She's made any progress yet?
Oh, there's no fear of that, Betty.
No.
After a good night's sleep, he'll have forgotten about her all over again.
Do you really think so? I mean, he seemed very keen on it yesterday.
Oh, you know what fellas are like. He suddenly remembered his age, realised he's not had a midlife crisis yet. It'll all blow over, I hope. A to Z? Surely you know your way around Pugby now.
Oh, no, I'm just looking up Chestnut Drive.
Chestnut Drive. What's the interest? We're not going into property development now, are we?
No, bit daft. Chestnut Drive, Bamford. It's where Sandra and her mother moved to after we split up.
Divorce papers, solicitors' bills. Do you know, if I'd have known you were going to turn detective, I'd have got you a deerstalker and a violin for Christmas. Or maybe a Columbo. Mac could suit you better. What do you reckon?
Look, trying to trace a loved one is no laughing matter, Bet.
No, and it's no laughing matter for them two out there. Cellarman's not turned in, and a landlord who's suddenly forgotten he's a pub to run.
Yes, well, they'll just have to manage without me, won't they? I've got a lot of people to see today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going upstairs to get changed.
Are you sure that's it?
Yes, Mum.
Steve?
Of course.
So, what about that fiver?
What fiver's that?
From your Uncle Colin.
And the tenner from your gran.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, you do have to. Well, come on, get it out. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, so how are we doing? How much have we got now, Liz?
Oh, just short of 20 quid.
Well, now, that won't do, will it? Mr. Roberts wants 50 quid. So where are we going to get the rest from, then?
Dunno.
Andy?
Dunno, Dad.
Oh, I see. So Muggins here is going to have to pay for your stupidity again, is he? Hey, Liz, wait a minute. They're not going to stop us going out for a drink. I'm sorry, they're not.
Well, I'll have to write a cheque now.
Hang on. Listen, I'm not having you two out in the street causing more bother, you know. There's plenty of stuff to do inside the house.
Haven't they done enough to make amends, Jim?
No, I don't think they have, actually. They've got to learn they've got responsibilities. The pair of you get upstairs and get that tip of a bedroom sorted out now. Go on.
But telling him to go, Deirdre. I mean, even while he's been deceiving you and being with that other woman, at least he was coming home, providing Tracy with some sort of stability.
Tracy waited all of yesterday for Ken to come home. What sort of stability is that? And besides, there's my feelings to be considered in all this.
I know, but Ken gone for good. It's so final.
Oh, I thought I was being so strong, Emily, telling him to go. And all I was doing was playing right into his hands, giving him what he wants, the freedom to go and live with his fancy woman. Tracy, hello, love. What's the matter?
I've been wondering.
Yeah, go on.
Perhaps I'd better get
No,
back.
no, it's all right. Come on, love, what's the problem? Look, it's all right. Auntie Emily knows what's happened.
Been thinking, if I phone my dad, perhaps he'll come back.
I don't think there's much chance of that, love.
I'm sure he would. I know he would, if I ask him.
Look, believe me, love, it wouldn't do any good.
But Mum...
Tracy, he's gone. To live with Wendy Crozier. If he wanted to be with us, he'd have given her up a long time ago.
Be sure that's wise. Not letting her try. I know how you feel about Ken, but is it fair to stop Tracy having access to him?
No, you're not Ken Barlow.
Look, I'm telling you, Ivy, he didn't even say Happy New Year.
Well, expecting in order to get in to see Deirdre, love, like you were to see me.
Yeah, coming home. He was leaving.
Hello. Nothing alcoholic for me, Al.
Oh, right.
Still recovering from the celebrations.
Me?
No, she's watching her figure.
Beats watching his any roll.
Hey.
Anyway, I'm glad we've seen you, Mr. Roberts, because we've got the money we owe.
All right, thank you very much.
Alfie, come on, do you have to?
Well, I've got to make sure it's right, haven't I?
Do you have to forgive him? He thinks it's tilling up.
I'm sorry it's all in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
It's the lad's savings.
Oh, Alfie, did you hear that? Now that's out of the boy's own pocket.
What's this?
It's a cheque.
Well,
The banks were shut, weren't they?
I don't usually take cheques, you know, without a bank card.
Does anybody think you were total strangers?
Well, you'd be surprised how many rubber cheques I've been passed.
Listen, we're hardly likely to give you a cheque that bounces now, are we?
Look, these are the people that bought our house, Alfie. I'm sorry, Les, honestly, Jim, I'm sorry.
It's all right, Mrs. Roberts. Come on, let's find a seat.
Yeah, so we're a bit friendlier.
Do you know, you want to thank your lucky stars that that lad's not in the SAS.
Hey?
Well, if it was, I doubt that you'd still be alive.
Oh, hey, up, bitter's going.
You don't expect me to drink that, do you? Give me half a mile instead, please.
You couldn't get Alec to put a new bitter on, could you?
Aye, if he's still here.
Right, look, I'm off.
Oh, are you now? While the women skivvy, you skive off down memory lane?
Well, I've been no use behind the bar, mate. I've too much on my mind.
Alec, this is one of our busiest days.
Look, well, I'll not settle. Not until I've found her.
The bitter needs changing. Alec!
Oh, lager's gone and all. Shall I go and fetch Jack to cover?
Look, I've already phoned Jack. He says he'll come back when he gets his teeth back. He lost them somewhere between here and his own front door last night.
Well, how are we going to manage?
It's not our job to manage, is it ours but to serve and suffer?
I'll do it, Betty.
Right.
How's the terrible twins then? Still confined to the barracks?
Yeah, you could say that. I've got them on RPs.
RPs, what's that?
Restricted privileges.
In other words, jankers.
RPs, jankers. You know, I bet these army types make up worse because they've nothing else better to do.
What have you got them doing, Sergeant MacDonald?
No, they're just cleaning their bedrooms.
Cleaning their bedroom? You call that punishment? In my day, they made men paint coal white and then scrub it till it was black again.
See what I mean? Only blokes would be daft enough to do something like that.
Look, love, even if you could persuade your dad to come back, I don't want him here. And I won't share him with someone else.
You shared him with me.
I just can't live with someone I don't trust anymore.
Yeah. Suppose if he does love Wendy Crozier more than you, he won't come back.
Loving her doesn't mean he doesn't love you. And whatever happens between your dad and me, I won't stop you from seeing him.
Or phoning him.
If it'll make you feel better, come on, I'll find the number for you. Here we are, Weatherfield 2721.
Weatherfield 2721, hello?
Is that Wendy Crozier?
Yes. Who's that?
It's Tracy Barlow. Can I speak to me dad? He's there, isn't he?
Well, I'm sorry, no, he isn't.
He must be. Him and my mum had a row last night and he left. I didn't even have a chance to say bye to him.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's not here, Tracy.
He must be.
Now listen, you. You've got no right to stop Tracy talking to her father. Now will you please go and get him?
Look, I'm sorry, he's not here.
Oh, come off it.
I haven't seen him since last night. Honestly, I've no idea where he is.
Damn woman. Flaming liar.
But where's my dad?
Oh, where do you think he is, Tracy? He's there, with her. And she's protecting him.
Mrs. Battersby? The lady next door said that you might be able to help me.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking for a Mrs. Gilroy. Said she lives somewhere along this side, I believe.
Gilroy. No, I don't remember any Gilroys.
Well, that might not have been the name she used, of course. She moved in with a footballer. You'd remember him, all right. Fancied herself, thought he looked like Georgie Best, you know, flashy jewellery type jag, you know, the sort of thing. Played for Oldham.
Stan Shaw.
That's him. Shaw. Stan Shaw. Can you remember which house it was they lived?
Owe you money, do they?
I beg your pardon.
They owed everybody money. Newsagents, butchers, milkmen.
Yes, well, it's not the couple I'm interested in, really. It's the little girl that lived with them. She won't be a little girl now, of course. She'll be grown up.
Little girl?
Yeah. Well, you must have seen her going to school every day, you know. Blonde hair tied up in bunches. A pretty kid.
Oi, you're supposed to be upstairs helping me.
I've done my bit, haven't I? Clearing all this stuff anyway. Housework's boring.
Look, Steve, you've still got piles to do. Put that in the bin, will you?
What? No chance. Listen, I've done my bit and I'm going out.
What? You can't go out. If we haven't finished this by the time my dad gets back, he'll kill us.
Won't take long anyway. You come for a quick puff or what?
No, man, put that down. It's my dad's Christmas present.
Oh, come on. He's not going to miss it. He doesn't even smoke, does he? Come on.
Right then, fellas. Ready for inspection?
Well, yeah, nearly, Dad.
Yeah, just give us 5 minutes. We'll be all right.
Oh, nip upstairs and run a bath for me, will you, love? Hey, and shove some of that in. Half an hour's soak should do the trick. How about one of these massages that a sumo wrestler taught you and Alma down at the Adam and Eve sauna?
No problem, after you come back from the McDonald's.
Hey?
Well, you are going to apologise, are you?
Apologise? What for?
For asking for his cheque card.
You don't think I was serious, do you?
Counting out the cash like that.
Yeah, it was a joke, was that?
You make Scrooge look like Bob Geldof.
Hey, just a minute. Who's the injured party in all this? McDonald's or us?
Look, we can't afford to go upsetting the McDonald's, Alfie, or anybody else in the street for that matter. There are plenty of other shops they can use, you know. So go on, get round there and apologise.
But why won't you try ringing the office?
Because he isn't there.
But if Wendy Crozier is telling the truth, and my dad isn't at our house, we should be trying to find him, shouldn't we?
Tracy, love, we know where he is.
But do we?
He's always with her when he's not here.
That's not fair. He could be at work. Give him a ring, just to see if he's okay, please.
No, Tracy. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I know it's hard. But just be patient. We must wait for him to get in touch with us.
You look awful. You didn't have to sleep here last night.
What makes you think I got any sleep? Anyway, how do you know I was here?
I guessed. Your daughter phoned me.
Tracy phoned you?
Told me you left home. Why didn't you let me know?
Brandy. Look, I didn't leave home. Deirdre kicked me out, insisted that I go.
You could have come to me.
Could I? Last night before I left, you said you wanted a total commitment. Not a rejected husband scuttling back to you the minute he's thrown out of the marital home.
It wasn't an ultimatum, Ken. It was just a way of saying, I want you, need you.
Even though I didn't leave of my own accord.
Yes.
Even in this state.
Of course. Emotional wreck though you are. Now you're going to come home with me.
Home.
Yes, home. I do love you, you know. What you need is a hot bath and a good sleep. Come on.
Ah, Jim, could I have a word with you?
Yeah, I suppose so. What about?
It was just about this dinner time. You know, I think I was a bit heavy-handed, you know, over the cheque.
Why, you better come in then.
Ah, thank you. Oh, Mrs. MacDonald, I was just saying to your
Hello.
husband...
Ben.
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't know where to begin, really. I mean, you see, Audrey's been saying... No, I have decided that I ought to come round and sort of, well, really, like, apologise, you know, because I was a bit heavy-handed at dinner time. Look, I hope you don't think I was suggesting there might be any problem with the cheque.
Yeah, well, that's what it sounded like, certainly from where I was standing.
Yeah.
Come on, Jim. Mr. Roberts is trying to apologise. Well, fetch him a drink, then.
All
You'll stay
right.
with us for a drink,
Oh,
won't
that's
you?
very kind of you. Just a small scotch if it's no trouble.
I'm afraid I've only got Irish.
Oh, great.
Sit down, Mr. Roberts.
Oh, thank you.
Let me move these.
Oh.
Who'd have lads, eh?
Yeah, well, they're not that bad, are they, you know? Give or take the odd accident.
Yeah, they're good lads, really. Just a bit boisterous.
Yeah. Well, we're all young, you know, once, even me.
Well, they'll not be bothering you anymore, Mr. Roberts. They're upstairs doing penance.
Oh.
Good luck.
Ah, cheers.
Cheers.
Go on, hurry on. Got the matches, what? Yeah.
And about time, too. At last, the intrepid investigator returns. I just hope it was worth it.
Well, 3 hours of hard graft, but I finally got a lead, Bet. Make us a cup of tea.
Not till you've told me.
Oh, come on, a cup of tea, Bet, please.
Your ex-wife.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I drew a blank on that. She moved to York about 10 years ago, apparently.
Well, thank goodness for that. Now, perhaps you'll do the work that you're here for.
Well, you don't think I'm giving up as easy as that, do you? Especially now I've got this.
Timothy Arden? Oh, aye. And I suppose he's got a sister called Elizabeth?
You can laugh, Bet. But Timothy Arden, although I've not met him, is a very special person.
Oh, yeah.
Find him, and I find my Sandra.
Hey, I'll stay.
No, Tom.
What you playing at?
You'll see.
Right, then. Back to work, I suppose. Anyway, I'm glad we got that settled.
Hey, what's that noise?
Well, it can't be the builders, not on a bank holiday. Go.
Where are you going?
With the kids.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get yourself out of here! Get yourself home now!
I thought you said Mr. Roberts was smoothing things over.